being at Ground Zero, John, right here at your home and your ranch headquarters, obviously we got people coming through here. Have you had any personal encounters with these guys?
Oh yeah, up until about 3 years ago, it was every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it was pretty normal. When it first started, late 80s, early 90s, everyone would come to the house wanting a drink of water.
Of course they would.
And my mom was still alive. And anyway, we always give them a drink of water and make them a sandwich. And that's just how we are. All the ranchers are that way.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they get to the point where you're giving 30 or 40 sandwiches a day out. Well, you can't do it anymore.
No. Yeah.
So then it evolved into the deal where they just come by and turn the hose on, get a drink, and walk away from it. We've had millions of gallons of water run on the ground.
Worse than taking care of your cows.
Too dumb to shut a hose off.
Yeah.
Well, so then it got to the point that the outbuildings they'd start breaking into them, and tools and different things like that.
That's where you got to draw the line.
Light enough to carry, and then they're going to sell it. Or anyway, so we started having that problem. So then we come back and put a burglar alarm in, and none of it worked. And the only answer was somebody had to be here 24 hours a day.
Well, that it goes back to what you're saying is the presence.
Right. And so it put a burden on both families because, and back then my mom and dad were in their 60s, and so they're still capable, but you couldn't go 2 or 3 days. I mean, somebody had to.
Well, that puts a big black cloud on. You don't sleep at night.
Right.
There's no security, and
right.
You're at risk. So.
Yep. So it ended up being the best burglar alarm is dogs, and
Absolutely.
They still sleep with us because that's my burglar alarm.
Yep.
I had, let's see, I guess we've had 6 vehicles stolen. We got them all back. We had a Jeep stolen. It took 6 months. My dad went to Mexico and stole it back.
Nice.
It was down in
I like your dad's style.
Yeah. But, I had a guy probably the touchiest situation. I had a guy trying to get in the house, and
oops,
he had to be deterred with the gun. I've never shot anybody. I've never fired a shot and warned or anything else. But I had to show that guy a gun to get him. He came close, but had one girl getting the last one was. I think it was 2003, and she came in an unlocked door and slept on our couch without us knowing about it, and our dogs didn't know about it. She
really?
was a Oaxacan Indian.
That was the elusive Goldilocks.
Yeah,
right there.
Well, she was a Oaxacan, the little Indian.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
little buggers, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, my wife was. She's the one that found her, and. Anyway, she wasn't aggressive or anything, but that.
Tired, thirsty, and hungry.
Yep. Well, her guide left her, so she saw her nightlight come in the house. But I've had guns pointed at me at the border, from the south side. We were talking about having. My family's been here long enough to know we're not going to be bribed or, nobody's threatened us or family.
Yeah.
But, when we were having drive-throughs, that's full-size trucks full of dope coming through, and I got in the middle of several of them, and the driver will wave at you, and the guy in the passenger seat will show you an Uzi.
Yeah, he'll wave a pistol at you. Yeah.
And so, you just pull over and okay, you keep on going. But anyway, that's about the extent of it. But in the same token, I don't try and stop them. I don't get in their way.
No, that's a good way to invite a gunfight.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I'm on a horse, I go the other way. If I'm in my truck, I put it in reverse. And if you're going to get aggressive with them, I think it'll be a different story.
Yeah.
And they're not going to.
Yeah, and then you're just marking yourself and
Sure.
asking for it.
And, so anyway, we.
What kind of response do you get from the Border Patrol? I mean, if we were to make a call right now that says, hey, we've got UDAs or cartel here, how long does it take them to get right here?
Well, I've got good response with Border Patrol, and they'd be here in 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Same thing with our sheriff. Got excellent, and they've got a lot less deputies than Border Patrol.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're stretched pretty
But
thin.
anyway, we've never had an issue with no response.